Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to the the YouTube channel. Don't go to my streams; terrible quality. But you can follow if you want. I don't. It doesn't really bother me. Anyways, whoa, the screen's staring. Anyways, we got ourselves some COD class setups for S&D and respawns. But unlike a lot of people, I have a class for each map for S&D and then 2 respawns. One for Blitz, one for Dom, because I play just different. This is with the 10 class setup. You can choose and pick if whatever. At the LAN, I usually just pick the 6 that I always use. Like the other 4 is like I have a sniper, so that's like whatever. Anyways, so I'm going to hit you up with some classes here in a second. I'm just setting up, and I think we got it. All right, so I'm going to start with my my Dom classes here. Let me just switch this for you guys. Boom. All right, so you still see me in the corner of the screen. Whatever. Anyways, so first class, Vector. Everyone's been using this lately, but I don't use the red dot. I don't like it. It's all personal preference, obviously. I like the foregrip. I like the iron sights on it. Muzzle brake. This is just a classic running gun. Steady aim, lightweight, marathon, easy stuff. My specialists, I use quick draw and fast reload, and then scavenger, and then ICU, and 2 nades. That's usually what I put on all my subclasses. Maybe you'll see 1 or 2 different things. Depends, like if I have attack or a blast shield in my actual perks. But next class, MTAR with agility, hipfire. I like hipfire and Dom just because hipfire is sick with a nade blast shield. Don't really use the MTAR that much. Usually I might change it to Vector. I'm pretty sure I have a Vector class somewhere. Same thing, this one's with lethal and a trophy. Always have trophies in Dom games. You kind of want it because it just helps with the overall like capping stuff if you need it, and you just keep the running classes. Here I put a smoke. This is for mostly Octane if I play a sub game, which I usually don't. But if I do, I'll run smokes and to get out of like spawn traps and stuff like that. Pretty easy setups. And then I should have Vector, the same thing, with the trophy, no smoke, and the blast shield. So basically, if I feel the MTAR, I use the MTAR. If I feel the Vector, I use the Vector. Now, my 4 next classes are just Remy. 2 are just muzzle brake and 2 are foregrip. This one I put pistol with agility. I like agility better just because you move quicker and you can like strafe and stuff like that a lot better. And I don't know, like you can put marathon, it's up to you. But I put pistol so I can run to places quicker, especially at the start of the game, and then usually I'll switch it up with nades. This one's a frag or Semtex. Sometimes I change it up, depending on my mood. One's muzzle brake, one's foregrip. I don't use thermal for Dom. I don't think it's really necessary. I usually run sub, and then Octane I'll run AR because you need 2 ARs. And I'm the second guy. And yeah, so that's my Dom classes. Pretty easy so far. Next is going to be my Blitz classes. Pretty much the same thing. Like you got your running classes. 1 attack resistance that I got nade with concussion. Vector, same thing, but this one has a smoke, mainly for Octane. And then for my Remy classes, I hit up with the marathon for Blitz because you're always running. Same thing. This one I have a thermal. This one I use on Octane a lot because I like the thermal on Octane. Don't really use it for anything else. And then I have pistol for running quicker, but usually just put nades. I don't usually use concussions because I find them useless, especially for everyone. Because most people in Blitz wear attack resist, like legit, and if they don't, they'll switch to it. So you might as well just put nades and get those lucky nades. Even then, that's pretty much it. So Blitz and Dom's pretty easy. Anyways, so now for my more serious classes, this is where I play a lot of S&Ds, especially on game battles / UMGs, whatever. Dominate with these. These are submachine gun. My first 4 classes for Fright. I got my Vector on all 4 because I like using Vector. This is just classic grind gun if I want to just blitz in there. I usually don't use this one because I don't play that way. That's just if we're just playing really bad kids, and that's what I do. This one, like usually I'll switch classes. So this one has a smoke. I'll run to a point, switch classes, have a smoke. This is usually what I use for planting if I need to plant. Here, same thing. This one instead of the smoke with incog, this has trophy frag. And then this one is blast shield. Always need blast shield for this stuff, especially if you're a planter. These are pretty much my planting classes if I do grab bomb to plant, because the blast shield just helps with those random nades on fright, and especially when you run in barn or something, like you always get those random nades. Pretty much my classes are for nades all the time, and incog, like for thermal. Like you need those classes because there are people who overuse thermal and there are people that overuse frags. So you want classes to help you with that, and you don't want to be on the short end of the stick and get naded every time off spawn because these kids have stupid GB nades. I hate it. Right here I got myself my Remy fast class. I have two. One has a thermal. I like to run this one bottom green and look across map, and they can't nade me and kill me one shot if I do push green. So I use this one and I can see thermal throughout the map. I just like it, especially on the 360. I just like to use thermal because it's so hard to see on this game. It's stupid. So I use the thermal most of the time. Here this is my attack resistant. I usually use this if I'm on offense and I run in so I don't get stunned. I pretty much screwed if you get stunned running in. And then here I have trophy with a frag. I usually don't use this one. This one, if I sit and fire, I'll use this one so I can't get naded. Or if I sit top white, I might use this one. Here's a sniper class. This one just troll. If you want to snipe, go ahead. Pretty easy setup. I use the thermal for fright because it's just hard to see on this map. And I run a Semtex with no quick draw. I don't find you need quick draw for sniping. I don't know. If you prefer it, then use it, but I just rather get to my points faster. Alright, these two classes I use a lot. One's a smoke, one's a trophy. This is just my thermal. Incog, quick draw. Best class to use, especially if you're playing S&D, because you're usually not, if you're not a big rusher, like a pusher, you want classes like this. This helps people from pushing you. People with thermal, like fucking thermal snipe and thermal LMGs. Like, don't even get me started on LMGs. Anyways, so this one's a smoke or a trophy, depends what. Like, I'll usually communicate with a teammate. One of us will have a trophy, one of us will have a smoke. Usually I'll run a trophy because I'm the one planting the bomb. So if I'm planting bomb, I'll grab the trophy. And yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. Next is Sovereign. Alright, so these two classes are the same. One's MTAR, one's Vector. Depends what I'm feeling. I run Incog, Semtex, and 2 trophies. Because sometimes when you push B, they will spam nades at you. And if you push A, they will spam nades at you. Pretty much, I hate nades. So I have classes to prevent that from happening. So Vector, this is my fast class just to run around the map, and then I'll switch to my plant. Like, I always put my plants, and then I put my ARs that I switch to. Like, this one's not a running class, so if I run somewhere, I'll switch to this class, or I'll switch to that class. Depends. If I have bomb, I'll switch to this class. Just so you can get to your points faster, and then you can do a quick boom boom, like AA, like start AA, and then that's your class right there. So this one's just like for running gun. This one's attack resistance, so if I want to just straight in push, I won't get stunned, which is great. They'll be caught off guard. They'll see the hit marker thinking you're stunned, and you're just like, no, not even. Don't even start. Here's MTAR, same thing. If I feel the MTAR, not much to it. Here, all my Remington classes, I don't play with thermal on Sovereign. I just find there's no need for it. This map's really easy to see across. And when you're, like, say if you're ADSing with thermal, you have like no vision across this map. In this map, you need like your peripheral vision, like you need to see everything. So definitely put bullet pen because there's a lot of walls on Sovereign that you want like bullet pen, like you just want it. Sometimes I might, instead of this class with the nade, I might put a fully loaded class and just shoot walls if they're planting, like just shoot walls. That helps a lot. But I just have my sniper class instead because whatever. So here is like, here I'll take this class and sit back rail on defense, and I'll just sit there and watch snake, white, whatever I can. And the agilities is if they push A, I'll just run with my agility with the Semtex. Sometimes throw the Semtex at the A bomb, whatever. Here, this one is if I want to make a push. I usually will push snake up the stairs and just look yellow, and then push their ladder. The nade resistant is because a lot of people throw nades there in War Room, so that's to prevent from getting killed from that. This one's sniping class, and then this one is, like I said, great if you want to camp with the smoke. If I need it to run across somewhere because I'm slow as hell, and then I got the quick draw, great for defense, whatever. Anyways, so those are my sovereign classes. Next is my octane classes. Yeah. Anyways, so for this one I have Vector, just the running gun. I got with the trophy Semtex for planting without a thermal. I mean without incog, which I usually don't use. This one I use a lot for defense. I'll run up to the pawn 18 and look front strip. If no one's there, I'll just run up to their bus with the Remy. Front bus, sit there. Maybe go top motel. Mostly I just sit on bus because I usually have someone that pushes motel for me. And I just watch his back, his or her back, if I play with her. Yeah. Anyways, I like to use this one a lot. These two classes I like to use a lot. This is my planting one. I use Marathon because it's Octane. It's just a huge map, so I prefer the unlimited sprint. This is my planting classes. I put thermal on the Vector. It's fucking sick. If you throw a smoke, you can look through it. You just don't spam your trigger and you can get kills with it. It's actually really good too when you go to the red dot site. I feel like there's no kick on that one for some reason. But you should give it a try if you don't. If you don't like it, then well, too bad. This one is my rush class. This one, if I rush B defense. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ever play Octane, don't push A. If you're gonna push A, you better have like 50 smokes and all 4 you have to push in there because it's hard to gain control of A because like the whole other team has the A control pretty easily. Like it's easy to just have A control. If you're good at pushing A, then great. But me and my team, we always push B, and like we win probably 90% of our games on Octane. Like it's hard. Like we'll beat really good teams, and they'll spew because they think we're cheating, but we're not. So we got the tack resistant. This one is because sometimes you get guys who just have that throw arm, and you're running B, and they hit you mid alley where the back bus is. This prevents that. Alright, and then I run to the single hummy and I pre-aim the bomb if they decide to push. I listen for a call up for our sniper if they push. If not, then I just push up more. Switch classes. Usually I switch to this one or this one. This one's a smoke trophy. This one is great for sitting back. I put thermal for Octane. Like I said, I like thermal on Octane. It's really useful because it's such a big map. And then this one's just a running class. I usually never use this one. But yeah, I'll always use these two classes. This one is just to run to certain places. Don't really use this one. I usually use this, and this a lot. And these two sometimes. And that's my Octane. And then for Warhawk, these are some of my favorite classes. This one's my plant class, so I'll just run across the map, usually with a pistol like this, and then just switch to my plant class right when I reach into post, or if I'm going into American. This is just my running class. This is tack resistant if I'm making a straight up push and they're just using tacks all the time. Then I got this one's a trophy one. I usually don't use this one, but you can if you get if they're using nades a lot, then use this. If you're in post, and just plant those in. Right here I got this is a rush class. Usually if I rush back B, I'll go white truck with this one and look to see if they push loading dock. And then I got the nade to throw it in water tower or not. If not, then I'll just switch to this class. I always switch to this class because I got the incog, and then I can throw smokes. Smokes is so useful in this game. This one's just with a nade resistant class. This one is my tac class. This one I run A defense a lot. I'll just run, sit back. Usually you get naded. If they push A, they're always gonna nade. I've never seen an A push that there's no nades. So put either this one or this one, whatever you feel like you need more. I usually think tac is more important because the chances of them hitting you with frag, well, positioning I go. If you go right back American, it's hard to nade there. If you go like right where the fucking helium tank is, it's pretty hard to nade that with frags. I usually never get fragged there. I probably never have been. Just stunned. That's it. And they get the hit marker and they think you're stunned. This is my favorite class to use. This one has a thermal. Don't know why, but it has one. This one's just like get around class. Don't really use this one. And then this is sniper class. I use this if I want to watch bottom Genas or something. I'll usually get the Genas and just shoot them, snipe them. Bow. Anyways, so yeah, those are all my classes. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, whatever you got. And shout out to Dustin. The best kid ever? Not really? Duo? Maybe? No. Get out. Dustin, don't even watch this video. Why did you watch this video? You know nothing. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, like I said before. I don't know. Enjoy your life. Have a good life. Bye.